I want my money now. I want to get paid as soon as possible.
Has that ever happened to you? Have you had a motivated seller that needs the money to actually move out, to actually get their things moved out of the property and actually get their life situated for their next place? So in this video, I'm gonna break down through a behind the scenes coaching call to my coordinators how to manage a seller leaseback. Now, if you're not familiar with seller leasebacks, it's when a seller actually needs post-possession after closing and funding. If you are doing any real estate deal transactions, eventually this is gonna come up, but you wanna stick around till the end because I'm gonna give you a free downloadable cheat sheet in which you can use in your business to make sure that you're on the safer side of this transaction. Why? Because you don't want a seller to overstay and screw up the entire transaction for you. Stay till the end, watch, and let me know in the comments what sort of questions you have. God bless. Out of these fixer-uppers, our ass's value is about 162, maybe. Now I want to see what's on market. What are we going to be competing against when we go to market? 3-1, smaller. Clean but dated, probably. No, it's not that bad. It's listed for 169. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this has been listed for 48 days. That's not too good. Nothing in the only thing that's listed in our subdivision, it's for like 1 million. It's like a big lot or something.
It's an empty lot.
So, I mean, nothing's listed for 99, cash as is. If we're thinking 279, 7, yeah, that's probably where we need to be at. Right at 90, 92. We got it at 70, right? Yeah. So, and they're not gonna need a lease back.
No, they're actually staying in the property until it closes. They both live in Dallas.
Yeah, I need to jump in that one. So it was a miscommunication yesterday. It happened to that by mistake. Chris suggested the lease back, so now she wants the lease back. So I was going to ask if there's a way so I can rebuttal, because at the beginning she said she didn't need it, but now she's looking for the lease back for a couple of days. So if we can, is there a way that I can rebuttal that? Because at the beginning she said that she was fine leaving on the same day of closing.
The key question, and this is on the introduction call for the coordinator. Do you need the money from the sale?
And she said no when I spoke with her.
If you don't need the money from the sale to move, we don't offer it because, okay, so here's the rebuttal. I just want you to understand, Mrs. Seller, that if we do the lease back, you're not getting the entire amount. The title company's gonna get $4,000. They're gonna hold back. The title company's gonna hold back $4,000 until you're cleared out. So I'm gonna ask you again, do you need the funds to move? If you don't need the funds to move and have the house cleared out, there's no need for a lease back. And we'll walk through the house. Our field agent will walk through the house the day of closing to make sure that it's emptied out and we can close. I don't care either way, to be honest. It's something that we offer, but typically when you tell them the title company's gonna hold back $4,000, then they're like, no worries, I'll get the money. I'll get this. I don't want anybody with my money. I'll get this stuff out. If they have a real need, they really don't have an option. They're like, yeah, I gotta pay movers, I gotta do this stuff. So,
but they don't have a need because they had said no to a lease back, and they had actually said in the beginning that once it was signed and it was ready to go, they would leave back to Dallas. They don't want to be in Tyler, but now they changed their mind and want to stay there till the day of closing, and now they want a lease back to make sure they get the funds before they leave the house.
Okay, in general, guys, in general, talking less is better. It's similar to when I give my kids food. If I tell them, you want some brownie? They're gonna say, yeah, I want it right now. Same thing. I let them finish eating, and after they eat the healthy stuff, if there's room, there's a treat. That's in general with these conversations. That goes with sellers, that goes with buyers, that goes with agents. Less is more. Less is more. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's how I would handle. Listen, hey, apologize for the confusion back and forth. Listening to just met with the team. Here's how I would handle it, David. Hey, sorry for the back and forth. Just trying to move this file along. Listening to the previous call you had with Saul, you didn't really need the lease back, but now I guess we were confused if you do or you need. Is it okay if I tell you how the lease back really works, just to make sure that we're on the same page before you commit to it?
Explain how the lease back works before you commit to it.
Yeah. If you do decide to do a lease back, the title company will hold back $4,000 after closing and funding, and we have to then verify that the house is empty and clean. If you can have the house empty and clean, you're not really living in it, we can fast track this thing and probably get it closed sooner. What would you rather do? All of you guys, including the coordinators, all of you guys are on sales. Sales is about leading the conversation to where you want it to go with questions. That's sales. How can I ask you the question that gets us to where I want you to go without me telling you how to do something? That's sales. One-on-one. Let me bring back the screen. We'll do the inspection, we'll do the Matterport, we'll do the pictures. Ideally, if they can get out of the way and vacate the house is much better. That's another thing, David. It sounds like they could or could not need to be there. You want to, it's in the coordinator call training, but I'll go over again. You want to set expectations. If in fact they cannot be there and we can just have a vacant house with a lockbox, that's better for us. So what do you need to do? He said, okay, well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I understand that perhaps maybe you don't need to stay in the house. I mean, we're going to need 3 bids from our best painter, 3 bids from our best flooring guy, 3 bids from our foundation guy, 3 bids, like all these bids. So I try to work with you and coordinate it to avoid interruption. By all means, it's probably more comfortable if we just put a lockbox and just give you a heads up whenever we have, field visits. What would you rather do? They may say, I've got valuable emotional stuff here. I get it. We'll work with you. I'm just giving you a stop the video real quick. Stop the video. Yeah, this is a back scratcher. I love back scratchers. But what I wanted to tell you about was Wi-Fi Flips University. If you're enjoying this content of this video, I want to help you get your next deal or your first deal with our help. Now, how would you like to get your first or next deal with an active community of real estate investors, step-by-step content, guaranteed inbound leads, and a system, right? An actual system that solves the roller coaster of real estate investing. Now, we all know and we hear the typical complaints from real estate investors. I don't have the right leads. I don't have enough leads. I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to convert them. I don't know how to analyze them, blah, 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 blah. Well, we fix that very affordably at the Wi-Fi Flips University. So I invite you to just go to wififlips.com/university and you'll see a page there in which you'll be able to see what we have to offer, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. So enjoy the content. God bless.
It was just that the if I can rebuttal the leaseback, that was my only question.
Yeah, for sure.
I just took some bullet points from what you say, but I'm gonna try to rewrite it in my own words before calling her to have a small script ready. She not caught me off guard.
You want to practice?
Sure. Yeah.
Go for it.
Diana, thank you so much. I did see that we received the documents that were resent today. Thank you so much for helping me with that. By the way, I just came out of a meeting with the team, and I did listen to the call that you and my coworkers all had before about the opportunity of you leaving on closing the property. I also heard you mention that you might probably need a lease back. I need to make this clear. Do you need the funds to vacate the property, or can you vacate it before, or you can just vacate it on closing?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my brother.
Okay. More than anything, I'm asking for because I have in the case that you do need a lease back, I will have to send another document, and let me explain how that document works. So a lease back is just like a small amendment that we're doing. That once you receive the funds, you will have an extra time period to leave the property, but title company will hold back a $4,000 from the original price until you leave the property. So that's why I'm asking, do you need the funds in order for you to move out, or can you just move out on closing date without the necessity of title company holding back your money?
$4,000.
That is correct.
But when will I get the $4,000?
Once you vacate the property and we send one of our field team members to review that the property has been vacated and cleaned.
Clean? I mean, I'm selling it as is. What do you mean cleaning?
Oh well, yeah. So if you can refer to your sales agreement, we do buy the property as is, but it's stated there that we need to have the property vacated and clean once closing.
Okay, the word you're looking for is empty.
Empty. Okay, not vacated. Empty. Empty and clean.
I always say empty in broom swept condition, meaning that it's empty and it's been broomed out. A seller may say, well, what do you mean? Like, I was thinking of just, getting paid and leaving the house as is. Well, Miss Seller, I mean, we do buy it as is, so that was really good. You always want to start with the positive. We do buy as is, absolutely. But if in fact you can't take care of removing, trashing, donating everything that's in the house, then we will need to adjust the funds to accommodate that. And we can do it. We'll just need to send a couple of vendors to get us a quote to trash out everything, and we'll need to adjust the pricing based on that. What would you rather do? They typically say, no, I'll go ahead and get it emptied out.
Okay, because what she told me is that she already she already did that. They already went and cleaned the property. So they're just living there. Yeah, it's not empty.
That's
She's
why,
living
you
there.
know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
don't go for subjective. I mean, maybe she believes it's a beautiful house. Why not? Because that's your opinion,
Well,
right?
it's a diamond on the rough.
To her, it's a beautiful house,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you always want to talk in facts, not
Okay.
opinion. Obviously, being kind, not much of that like I am, but all right. Did that help?
Yeah, no, definitely. As I mentioned, I'm just probably just gonna accommodate my bullet points before calling her, just to have it on clean, because I just took note very quick.
And then I think the one thing that maybe we didn't talk about that we spoke about in the team meeting was just to remind you. I mean, if you guys really have emptied out and not living in the house, you know, we can maybe even speed up, not promising it, but maybe even speed up the closing if the house is empty and easier to access with a lockbox versus having to coordinate, because we're gonna need the 3 bids from painters, 3 bids for flooring, 3 bids for roof, 3 bids for foundation, 3 bids for electrician, three blah blah blah. And we're okay coordinating with you. We just want to make it easy for you. And typically people don't want to be bothered as much. All right, how was that? I want you to go to wififlips.com/leaseback. That is wififlips.com/leaseback, and you'll be able to get access to the seller leaseback guidelines that will best protect you. Now, keep in mind that the idea is to service our sellers, right? We want to accommodate them, but we don't want them overstaying and much worse, becoming a squatter situation. Now, watch the next video so that you can also learn about real estate deal flow. God bless.